All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So I'm actually just getting home now. But before we dive into this news, I just wanted to quickly say thank you. I know the Hackett video got uploaded late. I think it was over an hour after the news initially broke. I remember filming the video like right around that, like maybe 5-10 minutes after the news broke, but there was just no service out there, couldn't connect to internet. So it just took forever to upload. But once it did, it was just really cool seeing everybody's reaction to it. So I just want to say thanks and sorry that the video took so dang long to upload. But not only did the Jets bring on Nathaniel Hackett as OC, but they also signed Keith Carter, former Tennessee Titans offensive line coach, bringing him in for the same position as well as running game coordinator. Now, I know Hackett's the big news. I know Aaron Rodgers, big storyline there, but I don't want this move to get overlooked because at the end of the day, the Jets offensive line completely deteriorated. It was in shambles by the end of the year. One of the big parts on why this Jets team finished the season on a 6-game losing streak. They had multiple opportunities to make the playoffs. They couldn't get it done. Again, a big reason why is the offensive line. And look, the injuries are one thing, but even when the guys were out there, the running game, the lack thereof was just abhorrent, right? Running backs could not find holes whatsoever. If it wasn't going to be Mike LaFleur, I thought John Benton could be let go at the end of the season. Turns out it was both. But we look at Carter, right? We look ahead. Where has he been? Who is he? What has he done? 40 years old. He has worked with Robert Saleh before back in Seattle. They kind of came up at the same time. Carter was on the offensive side of the football, Saleh on the defensive side as quality control coaches. But we look at Carter in the last couple of seasons, right? Last 5 years, he's been with the Tennessee Titans. What are the Tennessee Titans known for? Running the football, offensive line play, smash mouth, Derrick Henry. I mean, that's, to me at least, what I think of when I think about Tennessee. Highly efficient in the red zone. I actually believe I wrote down a quick stat. Yeah, Tennessee Titans, a top red zone team the last 4 seasons with Keith Carter running the offensive line. Okay, that's really important because we look at we look at where the Jets stand in the red zone. Not so good. Not so good. It's an area that we need to clean up. Now you throw on top of it that Nathaniel Hackett is coming over with a really good understanding of the red zone. In fact, when he was actually in Green Bay, where he had a major say in what the Packers offense did in the red zone, he called it the gold zone because they were so dang efficient. But you look at Carter with his time with the Tennessee Titans. There was a lot of highs, right? Again, we talked about the red zone success. We can look at Derrick Henry becoming a superstar. We can look at all the members on the O-line throughout the years, specifically Taylor Lewan. And Henry actually ran for 2,000 yards back in 2020, over 2,000 yards, which is just insane, especially in today's league where it's like all about passing and quarterbacks and whatnot. Just downfield vertical. I mean, mobile quarterbacks, we all know it, but Derrick Henry, over 2,000 yards. Carter was there for that. Carter was one of the reasons that Henry was able to achieve that. But there is a little bit of a downside. He was fired, let go from the Tennessee Titans. Supposedly, these last 2 seasons have been rough. Granted, I haven't dove into the tape. I haven't, been critically analyzing this Titans offense over the past 2 seasons, but I do know they've allowed a ton of sacks. I believe there were, they were tied for, fifth most sacks at 49. And then in 2021, so the season beforehand, they were 7th most in the NFL in sacks allowed at 47. So, I know like there's only so much a coach could do in that, category, but we're looking at this offensive line. To be frank, it doesn't matter if the Jets have Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, junior college quarterback. It doesn't matter. Like if the offensive line is horrible, if the offensive line is just allowing defensive ends to blow right through it, nose guards to just have their way with, the interior of the Jets O-line, like that could be an issue. That could be a really big issue. The offensive line, again, I know quarterback is a big story, but the offensive line has got to be sure. It has to be solidified. And we're looking at it right now, major question marks. What's going on with Becton? That it's such a big, that whole situation is up in the air. Is he going to look like the same player? Will he potentially get hurt again? But outside of him, George Fant's a free agent. Connor McGovern, free agent. I think that could be a pretty underrated loss. It might not it might not be that big of a deal in the moment, but if he goes and signs elsewhere, now all of a sudden the Jets have got to lock down the center position. Do the Jets really want to, hand that starting center job over to a second round pick, a third round pick? I don't know. So I think Connor McGovern should be prioritized. But I mean, man, we look at Nate Hairбig being a free agent, Dan Feeney being a free agent. The Jets struggle with tons of depth last season. And practically half these guys are going to be gone or expected to hit the open market. So the work is cut out for him on the offensive line, but it's going to be up to Carter here to help figure it out, as well as the running game. But Breece Hall, Michael Carter, these two young backs, I'm totally excited for. So I can't wait to see how it all plays out. But the one thing that I can't expect, the one thing that personally I'm so looking forward to, red zone success. Red zone efficiency, scoring touchdowns, not necessarily settling for field goals all the time, not going backwards, getting those 6 points. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.